Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, March the 10th, 2026. I hope you're having a good week so far. The beginning of the week, actually. Um, the other day, I had to go and put money in, of get, pay money for gas into my wife's car that I drove the other day, and boy, gas prices have gone. They're up because of this whole Iran war and stuff like that. So I had to spend like almost $65, into her tank of to put into her tank of gas. So basically, I had to figure out a way. How do I basically make back that $65? So yesterday, I put on a trade here in the /CL, which is crude oil, where I did a because oil is up or was up. I did a credit spread that basically said that as long as crude oil stood above $79 in one day, I make money. So I'm pretty much going to make money on this trade. I'm going to let it pretty much expire worthless. Because see, right now, I collected about $90, and my goal is to keep the $90. However, what I'm going to do is turn around and do another 1 day trade on crude oil. So as long as what I'm going to do is do it in a way where as long as crude oil stays above, see, I would have to have almost 5,000 of buying power to make $360 in 1 day. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not willing to put up $5,000, because I don't have 5,000 to put up in buying power. Because see, notice I have 4,000 in buying power to put up, because I got other positions on. So what I'm going to do is see if I can put up $513, but get $100 or $110 in 1 day. So this pays for the gas that I bought. Because hey, I don't want to pay out of my pocket. If I'm going to pay out of my pocket, I got to get that money back. So let's see if this will fill, and I'll wait for this to fill. Then what I'm going to do is a trade on UAL, which is United Airlines. I'm going to go to the April 17th expiration, which is 38 days away. And of course, United Airlines is down $3 because again, because oil is so high, and petrol or gas or what they use to like fill the airplanes, they use oil or gas to fill the airplanes. Because that's up, that cuts into the little profit margins that airlines have. Airlines don't make much in profit margins to begin with, and so I suspect that they're going to go down. So what I'm going to do is right now UAL is selling at 90. Right now you can buy UAL for $90. However, I'm saying is I'm willing to buy it if it goes down to $70. Okay. So if it goes below $70, I'm willing to purchase UAL. That's all that means. However, I got to put up $728, which is fine to make 120. So that's a good risk return. This max loss of 6,880 means that if American Airlines, I mean, not American, sorry, United Airlines go to zero, which means it goes bankrupt, I'm out 6,000, almost $7,000. That's all that what that means. But United Airlines is not going to go bankrupt in 38 days. But what I'm going to do is play both sides. So just in case, okay, so that failed. So what I'm gonna do is the mid price of three. So I'm gonna put up almost 1,000 or $900 to look to make $300, which is fine. So I can make $300. This money, that's $307. If it clears, or in other words, if it gets filled, that money comes into my account immediately. I can do whatever I want with that money. Um, and I'm just in this trade for 38 days. Now I do run the risk of having to buy United Airlines, but if I do, I'm going to pay $3.18, so or $318. I mean, not 300, I'm sorry. I'm receiving $318. Sorry, or $3.18. I'm receiving that. So that just lowers my cost basis by $3. So in actuality, even though I might have to buy the stock at 70, that's not how much I'm really paying for the stock. It's gonna be 70 minus the $3.18. So that's what my real cost basis would be in the stock if I have to buy UAL. So I'm gonna do this trade because I can make 300 get $318. Because I need brake works on my car, so hey, and that's gonna be about what $1,400. So I need to pay for those brakes because I'm not looking to. If I'm gonna pay out of my pocket, I have to get that money back. But this is basically, what wealthy people do. If they're gonna pay for something, they're looking for ways, investments to get it, or ways to get it back. So whether it's be an investment or trade or whatever, this is not really. I mean, I'm willing to own United Airlines because that's one of the better airlines in the world, if not in the United States. So that's all this is saying. Now I am selling what is called known as this is called as a short strangle, which means it's a naked call because it's unlimited to the upside because I don't own the stock. So if UAL all of a sudden takes off and goes from $90 to $130, I'm on the hook, um, from 115 to 130. That can be a significant loss. But UAL is not going to jump that high in 39 days or 38 days. And even if it does start going higher or jump that high, I have ways I could manage that risk. There are other things that I can do to manage that risk. However, this trade here that I just did is not a trade that I recommend for beginners because again, it's naked, which means when you think of naked, you think of exposed. So if you're going to be exposed, you have to know what you're doing. But this is one of my favorite trades, though. But because I know what I'm doing if things start to go against me. With that being said, this is not a trade that I recommend for beginners, but this is something that I'm just doing in my account. Let's see what the activity states. 308. I'm gonna if I don't get it for 318 around that 318, then I'll let the trade go. You know what? I'm willing to get it for $3. So let me click replace instead of 318 because 307. Let's say 305 because I want to get at least $300. So I just changed it. Let's see what the activity is. 302. I want to get at least 300. So I'm going to let that trade go through. Now the crude oil trade just filled. So because I already have a trade on that again expires today. This trade that I put on today expires tomorrow. And so we're going to see what happens there. Then I'm going to do hymns. This is a health, him and hers. Get it? Him and hers health and wellness or health company. So I'm going to do something for 3 days. This expires in 3 days. Okay. I'm going to do a short strangle on this as well. So I'm going to collect 78 cents. And if you multiply that by 100 shares, because each contract is 100 equals 100 shares of stock, so that's $78. So I'm looking to make $78. Um, and I just put up $800 of buying power. Okay. So what I'm thinking of doing, let's see, profit is 76 divided by 824.50, making almost like a 9% return in 3 days. So that's not bad. So I'll go for this, see if this, so basically, I'm just waiting to see if these fill hymns as well as UAL. Now, I don't anticipate putting on any more trades today because I want to make certain that I have enough buying power in case I have to make any kind of an adjustments. So that's currently what I'm doing. Again, if I gotta, I gotta get ready to spend about $1,400 for my breaks and stuff like that. So I gotta find a way to come up. This is my way of coming up with $1,400 is to basically do these type of trades and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. I will talk to you guys later. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, March the 11th, 2026. Um, I did a trade yesterday where I did a trade on crude oil where I wanted to pay for the money that I spent on the gasoline. I wanted to basically get that money back. And so I did a trade that expires now. Well, it expired yesterday. This trade here expires today. And right now, I'm up about almost 200, almost $70 on the trade. Um, I'm going to try to see if this will expire worthless. This contract expires today. So basically, I did like an iron condor where I basically saying that crude oil will not fall below 78 by the end of today. And notice it's got a 3 delta, which means there's a 97% chance that this um, futures, oil futures would not get to $78. And then I also sold a call that also expires today. Now this is at a 12 delta, but I'm saying that there is see, an 88% chance that this crude futures will not get above 93. So it can't be above and below at the same time. So it's either going to move up or it's going to move down or it's going to be in the middle, but it can't be at both places at the same time. So I'm going to win on either one side of this trade, the other, or on both. So that's why I did this. So I'm basically collecting two different incomes. So this trade looks good. /ES. This is the S&P 500 futures. I did not do an iron condor on this one. I just did a bull put spread where this also expires today. And this is at a 3 delta. So basically what this is saying that this is a 97% chance that this S&P 500 will not drop below or drop to 6680. So make, and I did two contracts on this. So I collected like about $160 or something like that. I forgot exactly what I collected, but I collected about 100 some change on it. Or 115. I collected 115. Right now it's up about 87, 80. I mean, I could close it out, but I'm gonna let this expire worthless as well. You know what? No, close this out, free up my buying power. Cause see, notice that my option buying power is up to just $795. So I'll free this up. Close position, buy it back. So I'll pay. So I will free up almost 2 grand of buying power if this trade goes through. Make a little money. So I made a little money. See, the goal is not to collect every dime. Like I don't need to collect the whole 115. I collect 90, so I got the meat of it. Let me see. My applied materials. How is this looking? I got a strangle on this one. That's why you see it was a strangle. I'm trying to adjust this. This expires in 2 days. See, 2 day expiration. So I'm trying to adjust this. BTX. This is a Bitcoin ETF. I own 100 shares of this. Let me see. I will roll this up because if you notice, see what this trade price. This is saying that I basically own it at $27.15. Right now it's at $16.32. So if I if I don't roll this up, I will be forced to sell at $16.50, which means I will be locking in a loss. So I will roll that. Um, Matter of fact, you know what? Let me roll this right now because this expires in 2 days. Roll expiration. I'm going to roll this up to here. I collect a $13 credit, but I'll just roll it up even further to now 1750. I'll wait for that to go through. So I won't touch that for now. Then there's Google. Google, right now I have an iron condor. This expires in 9 days, so I'm going to wait on this. Hams, I have a short strangle on this one. Okay. My call is about to go in the money, so let's adjust this. So what I'm going to do is move this further down. 102. I'm going to, so I'm going to pay back 102 or $103. But what I'm going to do to make that up, okay, so that filled. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to move this up. Whoop. Let's see. Hymns. Where's my, oh, I'll move this up. So I'll collect 109. Now this moves it almost to where the current price is at, but I can always just readjust if I need to, so that's not a problem. I bid. I'm going to hold on to that position for a minute. Not do anything there. IGV to the capital T. This expires in 2 days. I have a short strangle on this as well. So I'm expecting the stock to stay above, or this ETF to stay above $83. Right now it's at 86, but I'm also expecting it to stay below 91.50. So I'm gonna hold on to this for now. Intel Corporation, I'm fine there. SoFi, okay, I made the $90 on that futures, the S&P 500 futures, so I closed that out. And so notice how my buying power jumped back up. So now, and so if I got to make any adjustments, I have the capital to do so. Or if I see an opportunity, I can make another trade. So let's just click on this. See, so now it says zero. This no longer says one. So this trade ended, which is fine. I'm gonna go back to SoFi. What I should do is, I'll hold on to this for now. I won't do anything right now. Stockville, I got a $68 put in the money, but this is 9 days from now, which is fine. Which means I'm obligated to buy the stock at $68, even though the stock right now is this ETF, should I say. I'm obligated to buy it at $68, but right now it's at 57.52. But what I'm going to do is just delay getting the shares, the SPX. I have a trade on that expires today, and I have a trade on that expires in 2 days. So if I click on today, this trade expires today. So the SPX, the S&P 500 futures, I'm saying will not get below 66.10. Right now, this is a one delta, so that means this has a 99% chance of making money. See, all I'm doing is just playing probabilities and getting paid to play probabilities. That's basically what I'm doing. And on the call side, this is a two delta, which means I have a 98% chance of making money on the call side. So I have a 99% chance to make money on the put side, a 98% chance of making money on the call side. This is beautiful because I'm saying that the S&P 500 will not get above 68.95 today. And so I'm going to pretty much let this expire worthless. And then in 2 days, I could close this out, free up more buying power. Yeah, I'm at a five delta. So yeah, I can close this out. There's no need to hold on to this trade. I got the meat of it because I want to free up buying power. No need to hold for to expiration. Let's see what it will cost me. $65. One, okay. But I free up about 1,700. Well, I got to pay 270 or 265. Let me see. How much did I collect when I did this trade? SPX. Let's see. SPX. I collected 215. See, this is the trade right here. I collected 215. So if I buy it back now, oh, 265. Nah, 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 nah. I'm not gonna buy it back because I'm gonna pay more than what I collected. So I'll just wait. I'll wait. Sorry, I thought I was gonna make a profit on that one. No, thank you. Okay. I did the American Airlines trade. I collected $2.95 or $295. This expires on April 17th. Right now it's down to 89.70. It dropped $1.40. But as long as it doesn't drop to below 70, I'm fine. Or it doesn't go above 115, I'm fine. So either way, I'll make money if it stays in between. UPRO, which is the last one, I have a credit spread that, let me see, right now the stock is trading at 110. My credit spread is, as long as it stays below 118, Wait a minute. Oh, I had bought this one. I'm long this one. You're right. Yeah, as long as it starts below 118, I'm fine. Yeah, I misread that. Yeah, as long as it stays below 118, I'm fine. And this expires in 2 days. So this is currently what I'm doing. um, so things are good at the moment. And so I'm just going to be patient. But remember, again, if you got to purchase gas, then to me, again, /CL, which is crude oil, they deal with gas. I'm believing whatever I'm going to spend money on, getting my money back. I also got to pay for my brakes on my car. So I got to come up with about like, say, 14, $1,500 for that. So once I come up with about 14, $1,500 for that, then, I could go ahead and pay for the brakes. But the goal is to, trade to pay for my expenses. So this way, because I'm currently not working, so this is technically my job. And so I have to make certain that I always have money so I can make money. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Bye bye.